acts of the Mutamatti, a pilgrim intending to perform a complete Umrah and a complete Hajj. Dear Hajj, observe your personal hygiene by removing your unwanted body hair, especially your armpit and your pubic hair, and trimming your moustache and nails. Get ihram garments, 2 garments, a top, rida, and a bottom, izar, for men. However, women may wear whatever they want to wear as long as it covers all of the body except for the face and the hands. In case you fear missing the miqat, you can intend ihram, perform ghusl, the washing up, and put on the ihram clothing. Then perform a 2 rak'ah ihram prayer, saying labbayka umratan, O Allah, I answer your call to perform umrah, at home or at the airport. Bear in mind that the ihram before the miqat is permissible by the consensus of the jurists. Observe the mawaqit of Hajj and Umrah. The miqat of the people of Medina and those who pass it is Dhul Hulayfa and Abyar Ali. The miqat of the people of Najd is Qarn al-Manazil, also known as Al-Sayl al-Kabir. The miqat of the people of Yemen, Yalamlam, also known as As-Sa'diyah. The miqat of the people of Iraq, Dhat Irq, also known as Al-Dariba. The miqat of the people of Egypt and Levantine, Al-Juhfa, also known as Rabigh. Then you start talbiyah from the moment you intend ihram to the moment you face the black stone, saying, Labbayk Allahumma labbayk, labbayk la sharika laka labbayk, inna al-hamda wal-ni'mata laka wal-mulk, la sharika laka labbayk. Here I am, O Allah, at your service. Here I am in response to your call. You have no partners. Here I am. Indeed, all praise, grace, and sovereignty belong to you. You have no partners. Here I am at your service. When you first see the Kaaba, say, O Allah, increase the honor, greatness, nobility, and veneration of this place, the Kaaba. Then enter the sacred mosque through any door with your right foot, saying, In the name of Allah, O Allah, exalt the mention of your messenger. O Allah, forgive my sins and open the gates of your mercy for me. If you enter through the door of Salam, add to your dua, O Allah, you are the source of peace. Peace is from you, so please greet us with peace. Then, purified as you are, go to Kaaba, then face and kiss the black stone, if possible. If not possible, point at it, saying Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Don't push and shove in order not to harm or get harmed by other people. Walk keeping the Kaaba on your left. Behind you, there is a sign that indicates the beginning and the end of Tawaf, circumambulation. Start performing 7 rounds of Tawaf, circumambulation, and don't enter Hijr Ismail because it's part of the Kaaba. Reach out to the Yamani corner on every round, if possible. During the 7 rounds, you should do Al-Ittiba', which is placing the middle of one's top, rida, under the right arm, and the ends of it over the left shoulder. In the first 3 rounds, perform Ar-Raml. Ar-Raml means speeding up one's pace with the small steps. Then walk during the remaining rounds. If you are sick, you're allowed to rest or use a wheelchair during Tawaf. If your wudu is nullified during Tawaf, re-perform wudu, then resume your Tawaf. After Tawaf, perform a 2 rak'ah prayer at Maqam Ibrahim, or Abraham's place of standing, if possible. Allah glorified is He, says in the glorious Quran, and take you people the Maqam of Ibrahim, or the stone on which Abraham stood while he was building the Kaaba as a place of prayer. Then drink from the water of Zamzam. Go up the Mount of Safa, facing Kaaba, and saying, Verily As-Safa and Al-Marwa are of the symbols of Allah. Then make your own supplications. Then start your sa'i, which is traveling back and forth between Safa and Al Marwa 7 times. At this point, you can supplicate to Allah by asking for good. For tahallul, shave or cut your hair short. Women should shorten their hair by a fingertip length from the end. After tahallul, everything is permissible for you until you enter the state of ihram again on the day of Tarwiyah, which is the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. The 8th of Dhul Hijjah. Enter into ihram for Hajj, saying, Labbayka Hajjan. O Allah, I answer your call to perform Hajj. Then declare your intention to proceed to Mina after sunrise, if possible. The 9th of Dhul Hijjah. Move to Arafat after sunrise. Perform and combine the shortened Dhuhr and Asr prayers and stay there until after the sunset. Head towards Muzdalifah after sunset. Perform and combine the shortened prayers of Maghrib and Isha at the time of Isha. Collect 70 pebbles for the devil stoning ritual. It's allowed to have it collected from Mina on the day of sacrifice, Yawm al-Nahr. 49 pebbles for whoever hastens, and 70 for whoever completes his rites. Spend the night at Muzdalifah, and it's recommended to stop at al-Mash'ar al-Haram, the sacred site. It's permissible to move to Mina after midnight, especially for those with a valid excuse. It's allowed to stop anywhere at Muzdalifah, except for the bottom of Muhassir Valley. The 10th of Dhul Hijjah. Proceed to Mina before sunrise. Throw the first 7 pebbles of Al-Aqaba al-Kubra, uttering takbir with each pebble. Sacrifice an animal, or authorize others to sacrifice on your behalf. If you don't find an animal, then you must do what is stated in the Quran, and whoever cannot find or afford such an animal, then a fast of 3 days during Hajj and of 7 when you have returned home. The residents of Haram are exempted. Shave or cut your hair short, and women may only shorten their hair by cutting an amount of a fingertip. Now the first tahallul is permissible by wearing clothes, and you may do whatever halal you want other than having a sexual intercourse with your spouse. Move to Mecca for Tawaf al-Ifada, also known as Tawaf al-Rukn, and Sa'i, as you did in your Umrah. After Tawaf al-Ifada and Sa'i, perform the second tahallul, the final removal of the state of ihram, by putting on ordinary clothes. It's then permissible for the pilgrim to do whatever halal he wants or she wants, even the sexual intercourse with the spouse. The 11th of Dhul Hijjah. Spend the 11th night of Dhul Hijjah at Mina. Throw the 3 jamarat all day long, day and night, preferably afternoon. You should utter a takbir with each pebble. Make dua after the first and the second ones, and then throw the final one. The 12th of Dhul Hijjah. Spend the 12th night of Dhul Hijjah at Mina. Throw the 3 jamarat. You may hasten and leave Mina to Mecca before sunset. Then perform Tawaf al-Wada' when intending to travel. If you want to stay for a later time, you may remain until the 13th of Dhul Hijjah to throw the jamarat. The 13th of Dhul Hijjah. Throw the 3 jamarat. Leave Mina to Mecca. Perform Tawaf al-Wada', then depart from Mecca. Visiting the Prophet's mosque and tomb, and visiting the cemetery of Al-Baqi' are sunan mu'akkada, which is confirmed sunan.